Good morning, welcome to my channel. And what I want to speak on today is what's going on with the system out here, folks. But before I get into that, I want to use copyright claim 107, folks, for educational purposes only. To learn, to hear, and to understand and teach, folks. Fair use, because I'm going to show you a clip of an 87-year-old woman, folks, who was arrested for feeding the homeless. This is why I'm saying what's going on with our system out here, our government system. We're being stripped of all of our rights, people. This is why I tell you to open your eyes, people. We're being stripped of everything. We're being stripped down bare naked, folks. Do you hear me? Bare naked. And we're going to jump right into this, folks. I'm going to show you this clip. Yes. Of this 87-year-old woman who's been arrested for feeding the homeless.
Back in March were arrested for feeding the homeless out in Arizona. Can you take us through what happened back in March?
Sure. Just like I keep saying, it was just a normal, regular day doing my thing. It was nice and warm and sunny, and my husband and I carried food down to the park as we'd done almost every day of the week, and we'd served up, I don't know, roughly, and I don't know the number exact, but roughly 25, 26 people. And as the day was just finishing up and everybody was pretty well gone, last gentleman came up, I dished up his food, and just as he was walking away, a couple of police officers, drove up and asked what I was doing. I told them, no problem. Asked for my ID, and he said he needed to go check out. Went to his truck, come back a little bit later, and he goes, well, he says, I had some bad news for you. He says, said good and bad. So first he says, I'm going to have to arrest you. And he said, that's the bad news. And the good news is I don't have to take you to Kingman to jail. We just have to go and get you fingerprinted. So, okay, And so we went and put me in the truck, and then another vehicle drove up. Later I heard that it was chief of police. Whether it was or not, I don't know for sure.
But you see, people, this is where we're at. This stuff is crazy, man. An 87-year-old woman being arrested for trying to help somebody in need. This is the world that we're living in, folks. This is a sick world that we're living in right now, folks. It's a sick, wicked world, folks. Like I said, we're being stripped down bare naked of everything that we ever had, everything that God has given us, folks. These folks want to take it from us. We already don't have freedom of speech. Now we can't even feed the homeless. But I'm going to feed my homeless people on Thanksgiving Day, folks. Like I said, me and my church organization, we're going to be giving out hot meals on Thanksgiving morning to the people who are in need and the homeless. We'll be giving out scarves, hats, gloves, and blankets, folks. I'm going to do what I got to do, folks. I'm not going to let nobody back me down, folks. If I have to be arrested, so be it. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, folks. It's time to stand up, folks. It's time to stand up. Because when I saw this clip, I said, man, they locked an 87-year-old woman, arrested her for feeding somebody who's out here on the street, dying, somebody who's hungry out here on the street. And they arrested her. What type of propaganda is this? See, this is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at in this world, people. But it's not the world. It's the wicked people that's in this world. It's the people that are running things. But one thing for sure, God is in charge. So with that being said, folks, if you like this work, stay tuned.